If you knew me before, you wouldn't even look my way. If I had the nerve to speak, you wouldn't hear what I say. Time has come and gone so fast, we're not who we used to be.
Welcome back to Sullivan's Unheard Voices. I'm here with Thunder Road. You all, thank you so much for being here today. I've seen you a couple of times live, and you all put on an amazing show. How did you all get started in music?
Each individual.
Yeah. Let's
Everybody has a different story.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But we're all about musical origin stories here.
Well, the way I came to Thunder Road is I had been, every time I come to town or have between babies, because I had all these babies, and every now and then I'd get to go out and I'd call up Danny and I'd say, where are you playing? And if they were playing somewhere I could go, I'd pop in and see them for a while. And he'd say, when are you going to sing for us? And, oh, maybe after the next baby, or, you know, it just didn't happen until I was done.
We met one time in McMinimums in McMinnville, and you're going, I really want to sing. And then you got pregnant again.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, okay.
That was the last one.
Yeah, well, I think was that Orion, the last one? Oh.
But your question was, how did you get started in music?
Yes.
That's it.
That's hers.
That, yeah. Well,
So did you like?
Danny fixed me up with a keyboard player, Wes Chapman.
Oh, I did that first.
And we did a little duo thing on the Willamette Queen, and then we started doing a trio. And then eventually, after a couple of years, when the singer from Thunder Rose, it was Thunder Rose at the time, they started out Thunder Road, then they were Thunder Rose, and then they were Thunder Road again.
Yeah.
And so after Cindy left Thunder Rose, and they became Thunder Road again, another guy sang for a little while, and I came in.
Do you remember a time in your life when you realized that you could sing?
Mm-hmm.
How was that? Like, how was your journey to when you realized, like, I could actually do this?
Well, I was, I knew all my mom's albums by heart, and I could really remember things, and she would say, boy, I just can't tell the difference between you and that record when she put on the Sly Stone, you know? And I'd go, boo, 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 and I'm like 8 years old. And I would, at lunchtime, we had a lunch teacher that would ask me to sing, and I would swing on the swings and sing. Like I'd say, which album do you want to hear? And I would start side A or side B.
Wow.
And I would sing a whole side of an album at lunch for everybody, starting in like 3rd grade. And then me and my little friends did stuff in like 5th grade. And, I just always wanted to sing, and I always knew I would, but it took me years.
And they couldn't stop and get you pregnant.
Well, yeah, I was distracted by having babies, and I was really dedicated to staying at home with my kids.
And she was singing while she was getting pregnant. No.
No, it wasn't.
Well, how about yourself?
Oh boy.
Yeah, how did you get started in music?
Well,
Went to prison. Oh.
when I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
So anyway, when I was about 5 years old, I guess I was always going around like beating on things like I'm playing drums and going, I'm all shook up, you know, because Elvis Presley was pretty popular in my family, I guess. My dad liked him, and I was going, I'm all shook up and stuff like that. And I guess I've always known that I could sing, I guess. I remember one time in a church that I went to, like when I was a teenager, the choir leader was telling my mother, he said, boy, that boy can sing, man. Anyway, but I'd already known it before she told me that and stuff. But anyway, as I learned to play guitar, I would, you know, the voice just came with it. And there was a Glenn Campbell songbook. And whoever thought of that was smart, man. They were genius. Not only was it Glenn Campbell songs, but CCR and all that stuff. And wow, they got some other good stuff in here too.
How old were you when you started playing, learning?
Oh, I was in 4th grade, and that was boring, man. I hated that. Red River Valley note for note, stuff like that. And I got bored with it really fast. And even the guitar teacher could tell that I wasn't really into it. But he told my mother, he says, if he ever picks it up again, don't say, no, you had your chance. Because there's no telling how far he could go with it. And anyway,
Yeah.
um,
But do you remember a time where you like picked up the guitar and you realized
I was 13 years old.
Yeah.
And I kind of, most of the stuff I taught myself. And the voice and the guitar just came together.
Because the notes you're able to put forth there and some of the solos that you have that you play with, they are fucking amazing, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You made my day.
So, like, at what point did you, like, as a guitar player, decide, like, or kind of the realization of, like, I could probably do this on stage?
Oh, off and on for years, I guess. And people have showed me things too. And just watching people. But mostly just doing my homework. Like everybody said, he does his homework. And like I didn't have a feel for country at first. And like when I played with Ron Weathers a long time ago, they said, well, where'd you find that guitar player? And he said, yada, 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 why? He says, well, he's a rock and roll player trying to play country. And so I worked so hard at country, I'd go to these blues jams and rock jams. Oh, you're that country guy, aren't you? It's like it turned around.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. And, it's kind of, I just realized after time that, I could do it. And I got a late start at it. I was 29 years old before I started playing in the bars and stuff. But anyway, I could go on and on. But
Yeah, but so let me ask you this, though, because I'm curious. Like, as you transitioned from, like, the rock to the country and you kind of go through, what was the biggest difference between playing guitar in a rock band versus a country band?
with country, you got to be clean, smooth, and solid. And you got to have a feel for it. You got to have that twang. And I got to where people say, well, you sound like you've been doing that all your life. And yeah, just kind of made it my own. And I've got a good ear for music.
And you got the accent to go kind of.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as it used to be.
Well, y'all,
Sullivan has rubbed off on you.
A lot of people say y'all, though, even from north and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's
Oh.
different. Some
That's Missouri, I think.
I toured Canada, so I did A lot.
I do that sometimes, like, hey, like that. Anyway, my mother's from Missouri. So I got a combination of Alabama and Missouri. And
Missouri.
I thought about that earlier. But I met a guy that was from Missouri.
My family's from the Ozarks too.
And I said, where are you from? He
I
said,
feel the normal one here.
yeah, right. I said, where are you from? He said, Missouri. And I went,
Yeah.
well, I thought it was Missouri. He said, no. I said, I don't say it that way. It's Missouri, And he was born and raised there and stuff. Anyway, where are we at?
Just
Who are you?
being able to play country on stage.
Yeah. I just worked at it really hard, and I've always liked rock and roll though. Yeah, country you just got to be cleaner, smoother and stuff. You got to keep it simple.
Yeah.
See, that's hard for blues players and rock players to do,
Yeah, because there's not as much opportunity for those really expansive guitar solos in country music, right?
No, not really.
Yeah, nobody gives you long solos like
Well-
blues and rock players, well, especially blues.
Unless you're Albert Lee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's earned his right to sort of be that way.
So Brent Mason,
Oh, yeah.
he's the top dog. And a good friend of mine, hell of a guitar player, Marty Lyles. Anyway, he has been a big inspiration to me, and I've learned a lot from him. And Brent Mason's his hero. But he's always liked Albert Lee, and he'll never forget that Albert Lee was his first mentor as far as he's concerned. Well, I put that pretty well on him.
Yeah. And then how about yourself?
Yeah. Let's see. I started taking guitar lessons when I was 5. I learned Little Brown Jug
Little Brown Jug.
Yeah.
That's a song I haven't heard of.
with G. So I have a 1 finger G, a 1 finger C, and 1 finger D. And that, so he was teaching me 1 finger chords, and I'm going, okay. Then so that happened. And then of course I quit because it was just awful and it was terrible
Boring
and boring. Oh, really boring.
oh yeah.
What are those funny little squiggly notes? You want me to know what they are? I have no clue what you're talking about. I'm 5 years old. You know, and so I went on from there, and then seventh. Let's see. I got in fifth grade, and then decided and then I wanted to play guitar again because I liked the Beatles and all that. So I wanted to start playing guitar, so I got Mike Teague, a guy from McMinnville that was the best guitar player around, and he came and taught me. And in sixth grade, I could actually play. And by seventh grade, let's see, in seventh grade, I put together a band and we played called Soul Dimension. And we put that together. We played for a Battle of the Bands in McMinnville. Before we did that, we played at the junior high at the girls' gym the night before. And then we played like in Forest Grove, and then in Yamhill, Carlton, and one other place. That was in seventh grade. And then so we played about 6 gigs that year. When I got into seventh grade, we played 25 gigs. When I got into eighth grade, we played 50 or 60. And then when I was in ninth grade, we were playing 90, probably 90 to 95.
Wow.
And we just kept going. And I had Alan Yankee in the band who, if you look him up online, he played with Stan Kenton. He played with every major jazz person you've ever heard of. Plus, he played with, oh my God, everybody. Bobby Benton to the ones that did the Buckinghams to, oh my God, Tom Jones. I mean, you name it. He just played with everybody. And just recently, a couple of years ago, we had a Lost Dimension thing because what happened, we were in Salem years ago. We were in like seventh or eighth grade. We're playing at the Exit, which is a little church on what was it? It's on commercial, not commercial, but on from what the street that goes towards over the bridge or whatever.
Front Street?
Yes, I think so. And so we're sitting there, and we go down there and play. Some guy is snorting. He's blowing out a match and snorting the sulfa. And I looked at him and I said, that seems like that would give you a headache. Oh, no, man, I love it. And I go, okay. And so we went out, so we go out to play, and there's a whole bunch of black guys out there and stuff like that. We're called Soul Dimension. Where's your soul? Well, we were doing Doors, you know, and that's that. We didn't even think about the soul thing.
We were just kids.
And they're all bothering, going, hey, come on, play this whole. So Yankee goes, okay, follow me. So we followed him. We did I Feel Good 7 times. You know, so we put that then when we left and got in the car and started to come back. Okay, we're changing the name. And my dad's driving us. We're seventh grade, you know, so my dad's driving over eighth grade. My dad's driving us. He goes, call a Lost Dimension. Okay, so that's where it went, and we got little shakers, we had everything else. I went through that, and then let's see. And then, gosh, I don't know. I was in a band called Mist I put a band called Mist after the Lost Dimension after Yankee left to go to California or wherever he went. And then we went from there to the Mist, and we played probably 130 gigs that year. And then Mist broke up, and I ended up doing a band called Eruption. And then I played with my actual guitar teacher. I started playing the bass. I played with my actual guitar teacher for about 2 years, called Touch. And then what else did I do? Oh yeah, then I think from that it turned around to like Easy with Paul Jones and a girlfriend I had, which is a really bad idea. You never want to put a girlfriend in the band with you. Not in those days and times and those years. Those years were it was no fun having a girlfriend in the band with you. So we went through that, and then Paul Jones retired from playing. I went and taught for 35 years because I told him, well, as soon as you're retired, I'm going to grab you And as soon as he retired, I put him back in the band. And so, but then that lasted, what, 3 or 4 years. And then that was Thunder Road. And Thunder Road started like in 89 or something.
Are you
Like
the original?
I'm the original person of Thunder Road.
Somebody asked me that earlier, and I went,
Me and Terry Krebs and David Parrish and Ray Goff and Denise Tolman.
I said he's at least the second one, if not the first.
Oh yeah,
Just
I mean,
Now Terry says he's thought of the name.
no, he did. He did that.
Terry,
We were sitting in a strip bar on Lombard in Portland. We were all sitting there having a band meeting because we kicked out the singer and had to change the name. And so Terry said Thunder Road, and they go, and we went, okay, that works. So we did that.
Terry, who?
Oh, Terry Krebs.
he was the drummer.
And then we had,
I don't know him doing. I don't think.
and then from there I went to from Thunder Road, and then David moved and all that. He moved to Colville, and Terry moved to Colville. So we ended up doing a Thunder Road duo for a while.
That was Jim.
That was Big Jim,
Jim.
who died.
Me and Danny have done a lot of duos.
Him and I done
Here's a funny story. When my kids were little, we saw him and Big Jim do their Thunder Road duo on the street down in Sheridan Days, right? And my son was probably,
He wasn't very old.
he wasn't very old. He was probably maybe 7 or 8. And he wanted one of their CDs so bad. And so I gave him a CD. And so that's how, like, and it was around that time that I started saying, I would sing, but then I got pregnant again. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, he did. He had one of their CDs.
Yeah. So, yeah, we had Big Jim and I've never made so much money in my life at that time. But I mean, but then he decided that he was going to tell the Oregon Health Plan that he wasn't making any money. But then he had a kid with this lady that was paying her to the same place that you get the things from, right? The insurance from. And because he had old heart surgery and he had like 35 things of pills, right? Well, they cut him off because they wanted to find out how he could pay that if he didn't have any money. And his mother finally got it straightened out so that she did it. And I said, do you have your pills yet? And he goes, oh, yeah. Doctor, give them all to me. I go, did you go get them? Yeah. He didn't. So he waited, and he got his pills back. It took about 2 days, and a blood clot hit him right in the middle of the head. Mm-hmm. And he lived for about 7 or 8 more years, but I mean, he was like that. When he lived 7 or 8 more years, he was a little bit down, the whole time. And then he got his voice back. Well, actually, they shut the hole they had. They were going to shut the hole he had there, and he could actually walk again, and he was eating again. And they get home from the coast. He walks upstairs and has done for years on his own thing, right? Walks up. Then he comes down to the bedroom and said, "Good night to everybody." Went to the bedroom, he died. He didn't wake up.
So he really meant good night.
He really meant good night, yeah.
Goodbye.
Right away, playing music professionally and never stopped.
Yeah. Who, me?
Yeah.
Never stopped.
No, I mean,
He's also he books all these bands and stuff that used to be somewhat famous or whatever.
like Quarter Flash and that stuff.
Yeah. And
I booked Williams and Ree, and I had no idea that Terry died. I mean, I called him, and there was no answer, and he didn't call me
Who are you
back.
talking about?
From Williams and Ree, the comedy act thing.
Right.
The Indian and the white man or whatever. The Indian died. But I had no clue until I'm calling around, and I called, and I was talking to Liz Gregory online, and she said, "Oh, did you know that Terry Ree died?" And what? No, I had no clue. Oh, well, he died. No wonder he isn't calling me back then. So,
We're losing too many musicians.
we're losing everybody fast.
People have always died. That's the one
Yeah.
thing. We know that people are born and we know they die.
But the problem is, when you get to this age, when you get to my 68 to 71 now, I mean, people are dropping like flies everywhere. Because we're at that age where everybody drops like flies.
good thing we're not.
Not yet.
You never know.
You could fall down
Pretty healthy,
too,
you
David.
know. I mean,
Up
just
on
minor
stage.
stuff,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, and one of the things that I always love to talk to musicians about too is what's their favorite part of being on stage. So if you're thinking about like what is it you enjoy most about the music that you create?
One thing I like is when people really appreciate you and they just love you no matter what you do, and just like at Ollie's the other night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, they just really appreciate what we
Yeah,
do.
I noticed people used to, like I noticed when I was younger that people always clapped for solos, you know,
Well, that's usually on blues, though.
but it's always been a thing,
Yeah.
you know, that people would clap for their solos.
Well, the other night I
And they
did.
don't so much anymore as a general rule. However, the other night they were.
Yeah,
That's always really nice when those solos get acknowledged.
there was a girl and a boyfriend. She kept making his
Oh, hair up.
what do you call those things?
Mohawk.
Yeah. She kept pushing it up like that. Look at that hair, man. And I was doing stuff on the guitar, and she went, yeah, I like that. And I went, cool, man, that made my night. You know, it wasn't nothing really all that hard to do. But
Well, the thing
It
is,
didn't really
though,
have
too.
to do with the hair.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
the place was packed. It always was absolutely packed. And Neil Diamond was in Salem. I mean, in Silverton.
Oh, really?
Walking around the shindig. He was walking around the shindig.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
That's what those comments were. I saw comments on some post that somebody had said about the shindig, and I was like, Neil Diamond, what are they talking about? Okay, now I know.
He was
Wow,
there.
this is the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, I know. Well, I saw it online. I texted it out to people, but I mean, that's just insane. But I mean, then he took a picture.
Did
He
you
took a
know?
picture of these people, with the people, right? And he's got a beard now, and he looks pretty frail because he's got Parkinson's. So,
Oh, does he?
but the thing is, he had a cap on, you know. And they took a picture with him. They took a picture with his hat off, and he went to their house in Sublimity the next day,
Wow.
and he gave them a picture of he did something on the computer, made a picture that's absolutely perfect, that type of thing, and then gave it to them. Then they're going, and the guy's going, no diamonds at my house.
Wow. I didn't even know that, Joe. Now,
Well, the thing is, he's bipolar. I mean, he's been bipolar his whole life, and the thing is, he was going to do a concert in Portland, and he was having a manic episode, and someone gave him a number of this lady to call the lady, and she fixed him. But she fixed him with about an hour and a half to 2 hours before he had to go on stage to play.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
what
And
you actually?
always been, and then she and her and him are like best friends forever.
Well, send her on over because I got a lot.
You and me both.
We're gonna hit Burger King after this.
Oh, I love it.
That was my idea. That's what we're doing lately. Taco Bell, and then Arby's. By the way, that Italian sandwich wasn't.
It was terrible.
It was good, but it was puny. On the thing, it looked really good. I tell you what, though, their Reubens are good, and they're pretty big, and so
Well, you know, I
the
think,
gyros.
you know, if we're going to be giving these places a plug, they ought to sponsor.
Yeah,
100%.
did you hear that? Taco Bell and Arby's and
Well, the thing is, I mean, we may be getting a sponsor. I can't remember. Olympia vodka.
How cool is that?
And so it's a new startup thing, and they're gonna give us a banner. I hope, because we lost our other one. We're not sure where it is.
yeah,
Last time I saw it was at Evengate, and I
But
remember
maybe it's there.
deciding not to put it up, me and Kathleen, because it was jam night. I said, well, we don't need to put this up for jam.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah.
And then I thought it went back to the car.
And it did.
It could be anywhere back there amongst all their miscellany.
That's true. Well, we can look next time we go.
So one of the questions I do have actually is about the jam night, right? Because one of the things that I think people may not understand is not only is a jam night a good opportunity for people who just enjoy music, a jam night is a good place for people who are just getting into music or sort of almost at stage ready and you want to get up and do some stage time. Like, how important is it for the local musician community to have a jam night?
Well, can I say something?
Yeah.
We just started something new I've never done before, karaoke with the band.
Banderoki.
And I've learned, don't invite musicians, invite singers.
Yeah.
Because it's set up,
Yeah, that's a different thing.
yeah. And
So
one guy didn't show up and I felt bad, but he kind of felt like it wasn't going to work right. So he was smart and he left. His name was DJ, guitar player and singer and stuff like that. And,
Well, then he needs to come to a jam.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that actually somebody, a girl had at the Banderoki thing said, "Oh, I always wanted to be in a band, blah blah blah." So we told her, "Go to jams. That's where you meet other musicians, and you can start putting things together." When I first started out, I went to a lot of different jams with different musicians, just to practice. You know, kind of like I would go practice songs that I didn't know at karaoke, learning how to use a mic. You know. And then I would go to jams because then I would be able to experience what it was like to sing with different musicians. So I have a lot of different musicians that I was able to go to jams and, you know, when I wasn't yet in Thunder Road and when I was doing the trio and the duo stuff a little bit, but it was a great way to practice for me.
You remember your first gig you did with Thunder Road? You remember who it was?
The first gig I did, or
Yeah,
that I just came up.
Levi and I and Doug.
No.
It was in Pacific City.
Now, another thing too,
Right.
to answer your question further, what Danny's doing, he's trying to work it so that we're almost doing like a jam session each week of the month.
Well, we're doing one every week. So
What I meant was,
Yeah.
that's what I meant. Showing my age here. Oh, yeah, every week almost. I mean,
we are
every day of the week.
Oh yeah.
No,
Ooh.
not every day.
No, we're doing.
Well, no, I mean,
Thursdays.
Wednesday.
Yeah, it would be almost, well, I mean, as far as like Monday through Friday goes,
Mhm.
it'd be almost every day.
Yeah, because you have like karaoke night one night, the jam session another night.
Right.
Pink Elephant,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The,
Big Elephant's one.
Newburgh,
once a
The
month.
Newburgh.
Okay.
The Banderoki. And they might do it twice a month. We don't know yet.
and Red Vines, or whatever, what's that called?
Redgate. It's now
Redgate.
called Elysium Botanicals.
But that's hard.
Oh, that's how you say it? I never did know. how to
Yeah,
say it.
I'm just gonna call it Redgate.
That's what I do.
Well, where Redgate used to be, and see right there, there's like 3 or 4, you know?
Well, their wine labels still say Redgate, so it's okay.
You got it.
So, yeah, it could be almost like, within 5 days a week.
But Elysium Botanicals, they turned the house up there into a unusual plant store. Way out, you know, where up
Yeah.
a hill outside of Independence. And they got this really great room.
Oh, did you go in there? I never did go in
No,
there.
I mean where we play.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't make it into the plant store yet.
Right.
Where we play is just a really great room.
Yeah, we kind of auditioned for him.
On a hilltop with
Okay. Yeah.
a vineyard, you know.
Yeah, we kind of auditioned for the lady. He said, yeah.
Well, we played there a lot with the former owner for Redgate, but a new owner took it, changed the name.
Yeah.
And now she's trying to work up the jam night.
Yeah, it's got that weird name. I
So we
can't
do
like
the Eden Gate jams the last
bicentennial. That's what it sounds like.
and we've had really great turnout. Fabulous musicians. Really great musicians.
Oh, in
Like a
Newburgh?
lot of
Yeah.
musicians that are in other bands that come just to all be able to play together. Because, you know, a lot of times, you know, these bands, we're all busy. We don't get to see each other play. So we may as well get together and play, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. And nothing beats me. There's nothing I love more than watching musicians who don't normally play together get up on stage
Oh, it's
and
amazing.
just come up with stuff.
Yeah.
So fun. It's so fun.
It's so unique. It's
Well,
such
we had-
a wild experience.
Mike was gone and Slim was gone. And we played at the Eden Gate. And we used a guy named Rick Alarno who played in a whole bunch of different bands in Portland. And I got him to come down to replace Mike. And David had only been in the band for 3 weeks maybe?
Yeah.
And so we had 2 guitar players, and then we had a drummer that these guys didn't know. I mean, Leah and I played with him before, but okay. Yeah.
You mean
Mike and Jim.
Hamburger?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim Hamburg and
And Rick Alarno. I mean,
what was Mike's last name?
Monroe?
No, the drummer.
No, that was Jim. The other guy. You're talking about the white guy.
He's one of what nationality he was. He's a really nice guy.
Oh, God.
We played with him twice, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, that's another thing about Thunder.
Sandy, and then
The musicians
Right.
have changed a lot over the years. And sometimes they come back. David was in the band years ago, and we also did a trio years ago.
David's the only one we could have hired
And then
that could
David
do what he
came
can do. The stuff that we play.
And so a lot of times the music, the actual songs that we do have changed.
Yeah.
Depending on who's playing it that night. So it depends on who the drummer is, what songs, that we may or may not do, or it depends on who's, because everybody in the band sings.
and we play different styles of music.
All different styles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not just
definitely
one.
a variety band.
That's what I love about you all more than anything else.
Okay.
Is that you all have this variety to you. It's not like you were here playing one genre
Yeah.
or one time. No, you break out some stuff where like, oh, I didn't see that coming.
We go from old country to like Ozzy Osbourne, Man in the Box, and Deep Purple, Smoke on the Water. And to this day, even younger people can relate to all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's so popular and been around for so long. And I even started learning a Crazy Train and singing it and playing it. And we did it maybe once or twice, and Paranoid. And if I'm in good voice, I can do it, just like Ozzy, Paranoid.
But
I love that.
well, Calvin D and I and Kathleen, the one who books the Indian, we went to a website to jam, right? We go in there to jam. I'm not going to say who the band was, but we went in to jam, and Calvin, they came over to talk to us, and Calvin goes, you know this, you know this, you know this. No. And I'm sitting there going, Calvin goes, are we that old?
Yes.
And I go, yeah, we probably are that old, but these are all standard tunes that people should know. And they're like Elvis tunes, which are easy to play. And they have no clue. And then someone can have a guitar player up there. Let's do something this way. Oh, we don't know that. And I said, I'm like, give me the bass. And I said, turn the bass, okay, play something this way. So we did that. We got Calvin there for one, and they were all over the place because I was going to play the bass. So I couldn't really help, but I kind of would be yelling the chords that we're playing. Go, oh, okay,
That's how we do it a lot, is yelling the chords back and forth.
And the name of the band's Thunder Road, right?
Yeah.
And I say, when we have a guest, lightning strikes sometimes.
Well, yeah.
Lightning with the thunder in the road. Anyway, like if there's a little conflict.
Yeah, we even had, in the original Thunder Road, we even had a newspaper. In the original Thunder Road, we had a newspaper that, like Positive Entertainment.
Yeah.
We had one that just Thunder Road on it. And it had it next to the Positive Entertainment, the two Louis and all that. And I had some bass player come out there. I don't know if he was drunk or just being a jerk. Oh, you guys think you're hot and all that. And I go, no, I don't think we're hot, but we dress a lot better than you do. And he looks at me like this, and I'm going,
Probably 40 years ago, right?
right, 4 years. Yeah. Well, yeah, the guy's dead now, but but the thing is, because we started on Thunder Road, and we decided, because it was during the time when Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings and everybody was really, really hot, right? And so everybody wore these crummy, awful-looking clothes and all this. We came out wearing a white dinner jacket, a black shirt, white tie, jeans with a great big belt buckle, and boots. And
This sounds like the 80s to me.
well, 90s.
Yeah, that's when,
Yeah.
well, that's when country started to change in the 80s, and they call it modern country.
Yeah.
Now it's 60s, 70s rock is what it is.
Oh my God.
Well, even back then, it was like the old pop rock and stuff,
People say old country, and do you mean really old country or just,
Yeah.
It's Alabama
But
country.
there's a
yeah,
difference.
because
Yeah.
it is.
I thought I was
And
imagining.
now,
But
new
there's a fly
There is a line.
or two.
Which is very interesting to me.
Yeah.
A new country.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not down with it.
Yeah, new country. I don't even.
But that made it easier for me to get into it and try to learn it because it was changing and it had like the old pop rock
Yeah,
feel
it's
to it and
pop,
stuff.
pop
Yeah.
with rock beat.
But at the same time, I still had to learn just down to earth country, develop a feel for it. And that, in other words, just keep it simple. And most people can't do that.
Do you all have like a set list when you get into it, or you
No.
just kind of vibe with the crowd?
Yes.
How do you do
We do take any and all requests. However, if we don't know the song you request, we simply by the same artist in the same genre with the same chords or maybe just a few of the same notes. But we do take any and all requests.
that?
And
Is
sometimes we do
amazing.
them.
Oh, that is amazing.
And we suggest songs to each other, like, hey, why don't we do this?
Yeah, we
And we never did even gonna go into maybe the short version. But you know what though? That kind of
and
leaves
I'll
her
say
out
this
too.
song is for that person. Like I don't know what they go and Danny reads them pretty well too. But yeah, that's what we do. We just, we get out there and see how it feels. And then also sometimes, if we want to try something we've never tried before, somebody makes a request and we've never done it. And, most of this stuff, they're just channeling from their formative years anyway, right?
Yeah.
They know these songs and they just think them and they play them.
Well,
That's the benefit of
As long as she's got the words and stuff on
Yeah.
her,
Yeah, and then I'll pull up the words and usually
you can almost do anything.
now if I don't know the tune at all, I'll go, oh no, never mind, I can't even try that because I don't even know what you're talking
Well, the other night we did American Pie.
about. We did part,
And part of, oh yeah, we did about 6 minutes of it.
yeah, we did half of it.
And only the guitar, like I told everybody, the one part in there that really stands out for the guitar player is, I just sit there and, anyway,
I mean,
it's a keyboard song,
Yeah.
No, it was an acoustic guitar. So
Oh, okay. But
and the piano.
we played at the Eagles in Kaiser here, and we had probably 2 people there. And so they're requesting songs all night. We did 10 tunes we've never ever done before. And we kept, I think, all 10 of them.
Yeah, a lot of times we'll say, hey, we should keep that one.
Yeah.
Because it worked, so we kept it.
Yeah, that's how we started doing a lot of songs. Is
Yeah.
we'll get requests it and we don't know it or we've never played it. Or somebody hasn't played it for 20 years, or 30, 40 years.
Desperado, that's another keyboard song.
Yeah, but you do it on guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like a solo guitar kind of song too, I think, right?
Everybody.
Yeah. I've heard a
it's
couple of acoustic versions that are just off the wall really good.
Yeah.
But like the reason I want to circle back though to like the live shows and not necessarily live shows, but that I'm curious. I have a few questions around the karaoke piece. Was it difficult to sort of get started on that pathway? Like, what was some of the things that you had to sort of like get accustomed to?
We get special guests all the time. That's what I call them.
The sound man.
Like that drunk girl in the audience whose friend says, my friend loves to sing and she wants to sing. And then her friend says, no, oh my God, no. And then I say, well, I'll be up there with you.
Yeah.
And sometimes they suck and sometimes they're amazing. You just never know. And sometimes they're just having fun or whatever. So we get special guests up at lots of shows. And, just whoever wants to, sometimes people will ask and we let them. And then okay, come on up. And then sometimes we have people that we know, that come regular. We found Tony. We've got this guy, Tony.
Oh, God, yeah.
From Estacada.
He's
And
amazing.
He's amazing. And that's how he started with us, is he's our special guest when we play up there. He always comes up and does a set with us now.
And every
Whenever
other Saturday.
And sometimes he comes, like he came and did Newburgh Old Fashioned Festival with us. And, so sometimes he is
Blind.
I was gonna say sight deficient. He's not completely 100% blind. He's legally blind. So he doesn't always have a ride. You know what I mean? He's got to make sure he's got his ride to get there. But usually when we play in Sandy or Gresham or Estacada, anywhere up there, it's easy for him to get a ride out and he'll do a show with us. But that's how we discovered it. Is somebody came up and said, hey, our friend sings. Can he sing with you? And we said, yeah. He got up there and transformed the whole set.
Oh, yeah.
And so now we have a whole set that we do with him.
He plays harmonica too.
No, that's Paul.
But he's Paul.
Tony.
Oh, oh, okay, I know who Tony is.
Yeah, Tony.
I'm sorry.
So yeah,
You'll have to.
but yeah, we do Paul's another guest that comes and plays with us sometimes when he comes to the jam night.
Okay.
Yeah, we do have just different people that will come, but that's how we discovered Tony.
That's
Is,
awesome.
you know,
But as far as the karaoke thing goes with the band,
Yeah.
if we don't know it, somebody can punch it up on their tablets or whatever. Got the words on there, and we can play along with it if we want to, or just
or they can listen to it
You're
for
right.
a few minutes and then they know it.
So it's covered.
Yeah, then the guy turned off the karaoke. As soon as we learned it, they turned off the karaoke. We played it.
But we needed an extra mic or two, so we have to use it. He sounded like he likes to hear himself talk, don't he?
He did that well.
Yeah. But anyway, we have to use his
He did a
mic.
great job.
Yeah, he does a great job.
Well, it was the first time he had ever done that. He's a karaoke.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
He's a karaoke jockey guy. And so he's like, he had never done it before with a band. So he's like, how do we do this?
So it was new for all of us.
Do it. Let's do it.
But
But it is new for us,
it's covered,
but they are used to being able to wing it.
But the singers loved us,
And that's one of the things that I want people to understand, right? Is that it takes a level of professionalism and a level of knowledge as a musician to be able to get up on stage and do karaoke live as a band,
Yeah.
right?
Makes
And
them feel like,
just
yeah.
the idea that you all like, I don't know this song, give me a minute and I can come back. Like, that's pretty freaking amazing, right? And that's what I love about what you all have going on, is that you have that ability, because not all bands have that ability, you know what I mean?
or they wouldn't want to waste their time with it or whatever,
Yeah.
because they don't have the ability.
Yeah.
Well, it's like one thing that was really funny that happened last week at the band karaoke was this girl gets up there and she starts singing Zombie by the Cranberries. She thought she was doing karaoke.
By herself.
She thought she was just doing karaoke.
That's
And then all
fine.
of a sudden she realized there's a band playing. And
If we
it was
weren't
the
up there, we
first
couldn't break.
time ever singing karaoke. And all of a sudden she realizes there's a whole band.
Behind her.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and later on she said to me, I couldn't believe it. I thought we were just doing karaoke. I didn't know a whole band was going to start playing.
Yeah.
And she goes, I've never even sang karaoke. My friend talked me into it. And I get up there and all of a sudden there's a whole band.
I love that.
She's like, I felt like such a rock star. Like, that's the idea. You couldn't come up here and be a rock star. Because a lot of people that sing karaoke, they become really dependent on those words. And they know them by heart. They know when to come in. But they get really dependent on that scream. And then when you tell them, just listen and you'll feel when to come in.
Yeah.
At first it's rough, but eventually then they pick it up, and they get that experience.
And even the sound man's girlfriend, she got up and sang with him.
Yeah, I did. My place was next to Ken, and they all had, Alan and Marla would have these huge tablets sitting with all the songs and the chords on it. And I'm going, well, how come you don't get a tablet? I'll buy you one. No. What do you mean no? I want to learn the song. If I play it on the tablet, I'm not going to know the song.
Yeah.
Well, we're doing it okay. Let's see you do it without the tablet on. Let's see if your tablet breaks. Let's see how you
You
do.
get really dependent.
Like Harlan told me one time, he said, now do it without the music.
Yeah,
See how you do.
that's right. That's what we're
Yeah.
supposed to do.
Yeah.
Well, and I can attest to that, right? Because I'm one of those people that I love to sing, except I always forget the words. And I don't know if that's just my autism or whatever, but that's like the single most barrier for me to getting into music.
Are you going to come down next time? We're Pink Elephant.
I'll have to look at my calendar, but yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
You're invited.
We encourage you to use your phone, or we have a tablet that we put up. We can pull the words up.
Yeah.
It's just those words aren't going to light up and tell you when to sing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, that's that. I don't need that.
Yeah.
I just need the actual
The
words.
actual.
Because he does.
Yeah, I get up there all the time.
What's that? He does
And I'll be
it.
like,
And he does,
Oh, really?
and he does it really well.
and I'll have
What's
to
that?
do a
You
song.
do, Ozzy, and you did it really well.
I'll have to do a song, a song that I do all the time. Like it'll be some. Just the other night, I was like, oh my God, what are the first words of the song?
Yeah.
Like once I have that first 2 or 3 words or first sentence,
Then you
Yeah.
get the
I'll
whole
have the whole
song.
song. But sometimes it's like, what are the first words? That's all.
Your mind goes blank sometimes.
Yeah.
Gets me.
And it'll be a song that I've been doing
Yeah.
for years.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like, Mine just,
Where my voice goes out.
Yeah, you do that.
But he's right. Like, so the last time I got on stage was at the
West Side, wasn't it?
West Side
Yeah.
Station Jam with the Raven Kings, and I did War Pigs, which is one of my favorite songs to sing. At the same time, it's one of my least favorite songs to sing because it's so darn long that usually it's like problematic. Because like when I'm at karaoke or I'm at things like that, I'm always looking at like, I don't know why, but I'm always concerned about the time length of the song.
Yeah.
And so there are all kinds of songs I would love to sing. They're like just way too long for karaoke.
Well, what was your name again?
Sean,
And how old are you? I mean, how young are you?
47.
Yeah, you're just a baby.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
I'm 70, he's 71. And yeah.
Yeah.
Leah's 15.
yeah,
Well, mentally.
15.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
Hey, me and you's in the same generation within, 10 years or what would you call it, decade,
Yeah.
I'm 60 now.
And so, like, when you all are on stage, like, how important is it for the crowd to be invested in you as an artist?
It just happens.
Well, you know what? If they're not invested, we're going to just stand there and pretend we're practicing and we're going to do whatever we want.
Yeah.
If they're not interested, we're going to do what we want to do.
You know what though? It's like if everybody's together though, and everybody's into it, you can't beat that. I mean,
Well, yeah.
that's how important it is.
That's about 80%, 80 to 90% of our gigs are that way.
Oh, yeah.
It's so boring though
Yeah.
if there isn't response.
Yeah.
And the reason I bring that up is because I want people who are listening, who go to these shows, to actually just do me a favor and stop talking for a moment and just enjoy the music. Because, like, the musicians have worked so hard to get on stage, and it's that the idea of music in general is so, like, it's a miracle on stage. Because you're getting 5 people on 5 different wavelengths, all simultaneously focused on one singular song, and they're all in rhythm. You all are singing in tune. All of this other stuff. There's something about music that if you were to take humans out of it, it's just an impossible equation.
I want to add something to that.
Yeah,
For a long, and I know other people to this day that it's been playing as long as we have, that it's still, they have an attitude about it. If people are out there talking and not paying attention, they get mad. I used to be that way. But somebody said, no, you can't do that. People are going to sit there and talk. And it's, people are going to sit there and talk, and you can't, get offended with that. And I've learned a long time ago to accept that.
At Eagle Lodges and Elks Lodges.
Yeah.
Listen, okay, so we were at this club a few weeks ago, and this guy says,
Oh, yeah.
Can you guys turn it down?
Yeah.
We're trying to talk over here. He was on the other side of the bar,
Clear the
all
end.
the way at the other end of the bar. And he's telling us we need to be quiet. And then, so I get up and I'm going to the bathroom and somebody goes by me and goes, don't listen to him, don't listen to him. Somebody else goes by me, don't listen to him, don't listen to him. And like,
It was
and then he
Bugsy's
started-
and what's the name of that
and
town?
then this other guy says,
Yeah.
some
Yep.
guy pulls me aside as I'm trying to go to the bathroom. Pulls me aside and he's like, yeah, we're back here trying to talk. We left such and such a club because they were too loud, because their music was too loud. So we came down here to thinking we could get it quiet. We could be somewhere quiet. I'm like, but you see, there's a live band. So maybe you could go somewhere else and talk. Because,
yeah.
there's people out here dancing and want us to play what we're playing, how we're playing, And I understand, like, sometimes a bartender, that's a different thing. The bartender's saying, you guys are so loud, I can't even hear my customers.
Yeah.
That I get.
Yeah.
We can be really loud.
Yeah.
We can be.
I'm a loud guitar player. We got a strong drummer, powerful drummer.
Yes,
You know?
and it also helps if they can hear each other.
Yeah.
Because everybody's half deaf from playing all this rock and roll all their lives.
Huh? What?
Yeah.
Like the other night.
Where
Back-
are we?
Back to the jam session at the East Gate in Newburgh. I kept misunderstanding what they were saying, like, because the girl got up and she was trying songs we don't even play and stuff. And I thought, well, heck, she gonna try that now? And I thought she said The Sound of Music, and it was
Oh, yeah.
listen to the music.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, how are we gonna do Sound of the Music? You know, and then I got everybody saying that. And I said, look what I started, you know. And then they start to play, and I went, well, what are you doing? Oh, listen to the music. Oh, okay, all right. And then the drummer Slim, he wanted to do
Some blues thing off like that.
something Chicago. What is it?
Oh yeah, Sweet Home Chicago.
Sweet Home Chicago. And I thought he said that old song Honky Tonk. I totally missed
Oh,
it. And he went. Plus, he wanted to do it in C. I mean, you know, that's weird. You want to do it down here in the open, like
We can do it in E.
Yeah, in E.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, that's weird. But you know, I'll go for it. And I found out it was totally different than what I thought it was, and it's from
Well,
next to speakers and stuff. And
the new version is by far my favorite jam I've ever been to because I play 3 songs, and then at the end of the night I get up and we go pick up the equipment. And I go home.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a bass player. And I had 3 or 4 bass players there.
All these bass players.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have to do much.
I don't do anything.
And I know we usually just start with a few songs and then we don't have to play the rest of the night.
Now that,
That's so much fun.
Well, some of
Yeah.
us, you know.
Well, it seems to me like with the jam sessions that the drummers and the singers seem to be called back more frequently than other players.
yeah,
You know,
sometimes.
even Gate, let me tell you, there's been so many players.
We've got a lot of singers,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of singers, several.
and they're good ones, not bad ones. So,
We get lots of different, oh yeah,
but I know a lot of people.
we've had some
Oh, yeah. I know so many people. You know.
great guitar players coming out.
And how have the venues changed over the years?
I think they're actually better than they were, but they're shorter. You can be able to play 5 nights a week.
Yeah, and you have to play 5 hours straight and get
Yeah,
to
and
keep up with the
5
beat.
hours. Yeah,
When I first started playing, that's what it was.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, most places were either, they were like 3 to 5 nights a week, you know? Or,
Yeah.
and then it got to be just the weekends. And now it's like you go for one night and then you got to go to another place another night.
But I made a living in just playing music for a long, long
Yeah,
time.
you did.
And so, like with the venues now, though, because like it seems like we're losing another one, and but we have the new one, that pink elephant, which I hear. Yeah. But it's like I see all of these other venues sort of like leaving. Like, do you think like Salem is primed for more locations? Or
Oh yeah, but it's not going to happen. Usually, state capital cities have less music of anywhere else.
You think?
I didn't know that. I didn't know
I
that.
don't know.
I'll take your word for it.
I mean, but McMinnville used to have like 6 or 7
McMinnville's
places,
nothing anymore.
but now they have nothing. Not one club that really does music.
Yeah, they don't have there's no place there to just go out and dance every weekend.
That surprises me about McMinnville,
It
though.
used to be
They
different.
did. They used to be
What was your name again, Stan?
Sean.
Okay, well, at least it starts with an S. I had that right.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Capital.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking Alzheimer's over here, but that's okay.
It's all good.
Yeah. What?
But like, so it's interesting that you say that, though, right? Because like you would think with a college town there would be more opportunities for music.
College kids famously do not go out to any bars.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. Not McMinnville, they never did.
They go to the sports bar.
Yeah.
And actually, McMinnville did.
Now we're getting into
have-
the disagreements.
They-
Here's a lightning strike.
Here's the thing. McMinnville does have music, but it's a certain kind of music, and it's only, it's not every weekend at a club. The way a lot of clubs, have bands every
Well,
week.
McMinnville's had a single.
Yeah, McMenamin's will have maybe, and every now and then they have an event where they'll have Americana,
Yeah.
or some of the wine bars around there will have some of these Americana bands that are just, more acoustic driven, smaller bands, not, which is not what we do. We're a dance band. We're a loud dance band, It's all about getting people up to dance, or if we don't feel they're dancing or whatever, we got other stuff too, and that's when we always ask for requests too. Honestly, we get bored with the same old stuff,
Yeah.
so it's nice to find out what do they want to hear.
and then we play it.
Yeah, and if we don't know it, we'll play something by the same artist in the same drama with the same artist,
Yeah.
But
But then if we really get bad, then we'll just we will bring in the original artist who did that song for $15,000. Dead or alive.
dead, yeah.
Dead or alive. But if they can't show up, we'll give you half your money back.
Like if they're dead.
So, you know,
It's a good deal.
it is a good deal.
It's a great deal.
But I'm curious because, like, one of the things that I'm doing now is I'm on the public access TV for McMinnville once a month because they're very interested as public access TV in getting to know the local artists. And so I guess I'm struggling with this concept of we want to hear from local musicians.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
all the local musicians.
There's no place for them to play.
And we're the loco.
Yeah.
You know, I can get you any musician in Salem, Fort Mick, and Minville, you know. Yeah, get a hold of George Humley. That's the way to do it. Because they have a music school there too.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
knows
Be
he's
humming
playing
music.
around.
Yeah.
You could probably even get We Three to come in and talk to you.
But I'm just curious, like, from a band's perspective, like, how often would you play McMinnville if they had a spot for you?
We play there every month.
We
One of
play
them
there
Mac Club.
anytime. You know, we do play there once in a while. I mean,
Yeah.
we played on 3rd Street in front of the Blue Moon a couple years ago.
Yeah, for the 100-year
We
reunion
played
or whatever.
at, a couple times. We played at this little carts place with the
Oh yeah.
with this. It was like a little Mexican restaurant and a plant store. We played there, but they have recently.
They don't do anything, are they?
No, actually, the girl that booked us there, her mother passed away that was cooking then,
Oh no way.
and they have shut their part of the store down.
Oh man.
And so they've still got some carts out there, and they've still got some things going on there.
Probably not much.
But they've had to shut a bunch of it down because their family emergency.
What's that place that burnt down? Mac's place?
Mac Club.
Mac Club. He's had jam sessions there quite a
Now
bit.
they're rebuilding, but it's just guys working on it.
And it's been
All
4
the
years.
work, and it's been
Oh,
4 years. And
Wow.
they're still working on it, and everybody's like, when are they?
I played there several
That's gonna
times.
be the music venue.
Yeah.
When they get
maybe.
that work done.
The
Oh, I think
Levi went out there and went to the stage, and maybe you and I could get on it. Maybe. They built the stage, it's about that big.
Oh, man.
And Levi asked him, why is the stage like that? Oh, what do you mean? Well, how do you get anybody on there? And he went, well, I didn't think about that. Then I went over there, about 6 months ago. We're going to be open in about 2 weeks. And I go, okay. So I go there, and the whole place is a disaster.
Yeah, they weren't.
Yeah.
They weren't.
And they weren't going to be close to being open
They
by
were just
then.
excited.
But I looked over at the thing and I went, who's going to play on that? And then I could tell you yourself, the drummer there, and then they have four people around him, right? And I guess that would work. And well, yeah, I guess. And he's got a million things of equipment. His equipment would dwarf the back of the thing. He had his own sound system in there. And he got that out, I think, it didn't burn.
Who knows? Maybe he'll figure something out. By the time he is ready to open,
Something will change.
he may have changed something.
Yeah.
Because it is, he's been working on it.
And he loves heavy
He's doing all
metal,
the work
so
himself.
I've got 3 heavy metal bands coming in.
Yeah, he was
For free.
He was really into starting more metal around there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So,
You wouldn't think metal would be something that would be huge in McMinnville.
well,
Maybe.
maybe not. We'll see.
Interesting.
I would think that metal has its place anywhere. It's just,
100%.
it's usually 3 bands. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
gotta be,
come in
because they only know
one
45%.
set, and another one, and
Yeah.
so you have 3 different kinds of metal bands, or 3 different, usually that kind of, that's usually how metal bands. They don't, they're not there to play for 4 hours for people to dance.
Right.
you know,
Yeah. Which is what I love doing.
Unless
Yeah.
unless it's a mosh pit,
Yeah.
in which case,
Well, yeah. I mean, my son told me, because I ran 3 metal bands at Sea Dogs in Lincoln City. And I put them in there, and I was scared to death because I thought for sure there was going to be huge fights, all this other stuff, right? That don't happen with them. They're the nicest
No,
people I've ever met.
No, even the mosh pit is always very good.
Yeah, I mean, they're really, really nice, really friendly, and no one really has an ego. And these guys were really, well, Pitch Black Mass, they ended up playing in LA and Whiskey A Go Go for the thing to be able to go to Wacken or something in Germany. And they were the final to do that, and they didn't make it, but they should have. I mean, the other bands that were terrible, and of course, the LA band won to go there, and they were not very good at all. I'm going, oh, great.
Politics.
Yeah, oh, of course. I mean, any kind of battle band, you can look at it. And when you look at American Idol, you look at all those, that's already pre-assumed who's going to win. It doesn't matter how much you write in and how much you call, because Jackie Rohr, for example, for The Voice, she should have won. There was nobody that could touch her in singing, but she didn't. She came second or third, something like that. And so she's still playing around Portland and all these little gigs. So, but eventually maybe she'll get out. you never know.
It's kind of a cutthroat business, music, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Once you get up to a certain level, it stops being from like all of this. It's interesting because like I've come into this music scene in the Portland area, and I see this. There's a huge difference between what I've seen in the music scene here versus other places. Whereas like people here,
You know why?
music-wise,
You know why?
they're supportive. Like they cross genres, and they're fans of each other, and it's just this interesting culture here that I love.
Well, the thing is, here, the problem is you have some like that and you have some that aren't like that. And what happens, and mostly, I found over the years, Salem bands play in Salem. They don't go 10 miles out of Salem. They play in Salem. And I'm going, okay, so they play in Salem, but there's 3 clubs. So they all fight over each one of the clubs, and now the clubs are getting bands out of Eugene. And so half the players in town never play.
And there used to be a musicians union here, right? Before I started playing.
We had to join it. We had to join it years ago. The union
I
came
never-
down on everybody.
I never did.
And we ended up getting it. We got a deal called Young Sounds. And 'cause back then, it was like, what was it to join? 95 a year or something? That was a lot of money back then.
Yeah,
And that's in the 60s or early 70s or something. And we ended up getting Young Sounds because we were under 18, all of us. Young Sounds was $15. And then they had me working for the union. And so I had to go out to these venues and see if they had union cards. And I almost got beat up at least 3 or 4 times. So I started bringing great big guys with me so I didn't get beat up. But I mean, the thing is, I'd go and they'd shut me down. They'd kick me right out. And I'd go, okay, because these guys none of them would join.
so what happened to the union? Did it just kind of devolve?
It did dissolve.
Yeah.
I mean, the one in Salem's gone.
I never did join one. Somebody told me I should years ago. They said you should join the union or whatever and stuff. I don't know.
Union was terrible. They gave you union jobs to do. They pay $100. That's it. You have a 4-feet fence, you make $25 a piece.
Yeah.
And I'm going, union gig is that, but then you get mad if we play somewhere up to 500 and if they don't pay us, you go after them. No, I don't get it, but okay.
Kind of
It's like free for you.
as an artist almost.
Yeah, yeah. So
We go all over.
we play everywhere.
I love that. I really do.
We do. There are times when I have found that I have driven, 8 hours in a 24-hour period because we had 3 gigs in they were all 2 hours, 4 hours.
For each other.
And then it's
Well,
like,
here's an
it's
example.
exhausting. The driving is way more exhausting than
It don't bother me as much as I thought it would, though.
I did a duo with
part of the fun.
Danielle and Vero, right, or Burton or whatever now. I did a gig with her. We played in Alturas, California on Friday, right? Played there Friday, stayed in the room that night, got up at 11 o'clock, and hit the road, and we played in Estacada at 7:30 that night.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's a bit of
That
driving.
one where we hit Keno on our way to Alturas.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then came back
Yeah.
through somewhere else.
Yeah.
Played a Cottage Grove or something on the way back. I mean, we bounced over
Well, we will play
in a
with it.
48-hour period. You know, we bounced to all these different places, but drove like, 800 miles.
Yeah.
One weekend we did like 15 gigs in one weekend.
Wow.
And I knew something was going to happen on the way back. I could feel it. And me and her and him and our keyboard player, Mike Monroe, who's with us now, and he's been with them for quite a while, He was driving the van and boom, the
No, that's a
flat
long
tire.
time ago.
And it's a good thing that we were close to an exit where there was a gas station and a new store that had opened up and stuff. Kapoom, kapoom, kapoom. I knew something was gotta happen, man, because we were just going and going, and I'm cramming to learn these Brent Mason licks and stuff for Amy Taylor,
Oh, that's right. No,
up and recording artist or whatever. And I asked her, I said, well, who played guitar for you on these records? Brent Mason. I went, no wonder. I mean, it's a nightmare trying to figure this stuff out, man.
And then she also had Garth Brooks, lead guitar player, playing with her too.
Oh, man.
But I mean,
15 gigs in one weekend, man.
I mean, we're doing now if the Jam and Pink Elephant come through at the same time, we'll be playing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday at Holiday Market. No, probably Saturday and Sunday at Holiday Market. So we play Friday on the Halloween and Newport. Then we come back at 10 in the morning to play Holiday Market. Then we leave that night and play at Lumpy's in Dundee.
And then the next
Then we come back to Sunday Market again.
And I managed to get enough sleep in between,
rounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
If you get any
Oh
sleep,
yeah, good luck with that.
good luck.
You know what? There's plenty of time to sleep in.
well, he's gonna have trouble sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
But the other night after we had the conversation, I usually don't. I couldn't sleep.
Yeah, that's enough.
I thought, thanks a lot, Danny. I mean, it was
I
like
knew I could do that.
it's like I was sleeping really good, but then I woke up at 5 o'clock and I thought I was going back to sleep again. I went, no, I guess I'm not going to be able to. And I thought about pestering him because I couldn't stay awake, but
You might have
I-
known that.
You would have been awake.
he might have. But anyway.
I went to bed
One
at
of the things-
2:30 and late night till 6 or 7.
Because one of the things that I also want people to understand, and something we talk about like every time I talk to musicians,
Yeah.
is that more often than not, musicians these days are doing this for the love of music.
Yeah.
It's not to get rich.
No,
And
no.
on the flip side, though,
But I do need money.
yes. So the reason I bring this up is because like I want you all to consider tossing in a few dollars to the tip jar of the band that's playing.
Well, sometimes they forget to tip jar.
Well, we played Friday, and some guy walked up to the stage at Ollie's, put on a $100 bill. And I go,
Whoa, I didn't know that.
okay. So put down $100 bill, they come back up. Well, I think I'm going to take that. But he didn't. He put a $2 bill on top of it,
Yeah.
and then left.
Yeah. And it was the only tip,
The only tip we
the only
got.
tip all night. It was $102 from
Yeah.
the same guy.
Yeah.
And we played there Friday night, and that was the same night where we couldn't sleep.
Right.
And I didn't know if I wanted to be involved with the shindig they had in Silverton the next day.
So we're doing is the trio.
And we had to,
with it.
he didn't want to lose his spot where his van was parked at, even though he did have to park on the other side of the parking lot. I could go across from it, not too far away. And we decided I'd haul everything around that other side of the block to play by foot. So that was, and anyway, and plus we didn't get enough sleep that night. And then
I didn't get any.
and, I got a little bit, but then, just like, to kill time, there was a lot of music going on and stuff. But that only lasted so long. I'm starting to get burnt
Oh
out.
my God, standing around doing nothing is so exhausting.
Yeah. So I went back. I went back to the club. It's very comfortable there. They got like couch type chairs and stuff, And then later on, he must have gotten
Yeah.
and he must have gotten to sing my idea. He said,
Joe Stoddard's there Friday.
I was already there ahead of him. He's like, I'll come back here. I'm gonna hide like that, And anyway,
And then one of the best band that is in Oregon is going to be there the next week on the 18th. Christian and Granger and True North, but it's a
Nice.
duo.
Okay.
It's a duo, but I'm friends with them. They usually are 5 times more money, and so is Joe. Don't know what they're getting at Ollie's, but I know a few people here and there. So yeah, that's why I book. Because Stephanie, that's so funny. She worked at Yale at wineries, right? And I go and talk to her about playing and that kind of thing, and she goes, "Well, yeah, I really want, I would like to get like national anthems." Okay, well, who do you want? Well, I was looking at quarter flash and looking at new shoes, and I go, okay. And then she goes, but here's the thing the agent gave me. $12,000 for quarter flash for your 90-minute show, and $15,000 for new shoes. And I go, well,
I think it's
I
the other
don't
way
think
around.
so. So I had Marv's number on my phone, so I called Marv and I said, "Do you come out and do it for $3,000 at the winery?" He said, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay." And so now what is well, I got it for $3,000. Are you serious? Yeah. And then I got new shoes, and that was $3,500. So she's going like this. Then I booked Williams and Ree there too, and
I would think quarter
they
flash.
we got pretty good friends.
I would think it'd be the other way around. Quarter flash would be getting more than new shoes on
They
their head.
had more hits.
Really?
Yeah, they had a lot. They had like 4 hits.
I know they got that. I can't wait.
And then that point of no return, and 2 others. I can't remember what the others were.
You heard the stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Back to the traveling though, in 2023, we had the opportunity to go play at Sturgis.
Oh, how was that?
Well, I'll tell you, nobody in the band could go except for me and the keyboard player.
Yeah.
So we
He
called,
wanted me to go in his place. Well, no, he's saying, well, David, do you want to go? And I went, no, not really, man. That's a long ways to go. And I said, why don't you? He said, I don't want to go either.
yeah, so we made some phone calls and we got the original drummer, Terry Cripps, the original drummer from Thunder Road,
Yeah.
who lives up in Colville. We had him meet us there. And then we
That's
sent him
Sky.
some songs, and then we got Sky Westcott, who lives up in Lyons. Well, he just moved recently, but he's still up around there somewhere. So we got him to come, and he plays drums and guitar. So we went up and gave him a song list, and we practiced, I don't know, for like an hour and a half or something with him before we took off, and then he met us there. And so Mike was just going to play the keyboard bass, But then we get over there, and the other band that was booked in the same club we were had a bass player from here that comes to our jams that we've known.
Oh, how
Who
about
has
that?
also played with Terry,
Who was that?
Jimmy Lowell.
Jimmy Lowell.
Oh, Jim, yeah.
Yeah. And he was playing bass with this other band, but he just got up and played with us for fun for most of it was 5 days
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
And so he got up and played with us most of those days too. So it was like, just send them a list of songs and they'll practice them, and then we all meet in South Dakota and play.
But I wasn't
They
in
gave
Thunder
us
Road
an
then.
apartment to stay in and everything. It was really cool.
That's so awesome.
How much money did you have when you came back into town?
All of it.
Wow.
You did?
Yeah, I didn't
Good
spend
for
money.
you.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
I think Mike didn't have anything when he came
Yeah,
back.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I mean, when I went, I had money when I went to
Oh, well, then
for
you were
like
okay.
gas or whatever,
Yeah.
Right.
because we had just done some gigs.
Yeah.
So I just took the money that I had with me.
How long were they there?
5 days.
We played 5 days in a row with Sturgis. But I'll tell you what, if I ever do that again, I would really rather go a couple days early to acclimate, because I could not hit my high notes. Once I was up there in that high
The desert air.
the high, and it was really elevation.
Yeah.
It was really, and you're in that prairie
Yeah.
wind.
Wow.
And so my voice was just rough.
Were you guys inside or outside?
There's a lot of dark
We were
inside.
inside.
But
We were
still, yeah.
Yeah. But it doesn't really matter much because, like, one of the things that's
It was August,
killer
and we were like
for voices is
4,000
lack
feet
of
up.
humidity.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We did one time we were in, God, where were we in, God, up by Sublimity or something like that. We were up there playing, and it was like 125 in the club. At least they had no air conditioning, no nothing.
Whoa.
And this is years ago, and it was original Thunder Road. They put two huge fans in front of us, right in front of us. And so we sang the first three songs, and then we're going, ow.
Yeah.
The fans absolutely dried us out. We couldn't get our voice back.
Yeah.
And we're going, this is fun. But that's where I met Sarah Evans, too.
yeah.
And all that. And boy, that could be a story for like an hour and a half. But
Well, before she made it big, I played guitar for her and bass around here and stuff like that. And yeah, I met her through a guitar player I mentioned earlier, Marty Lyles.
the thing was funny, I didn't think she'd remember me. One way, then when I saw her over at, I took Danielle over there. We went over to see them at the Lake County Fair. And I'm standing on the side, and she looked over, and she goes, Danny. And she waved at me, and I went, oh, God. Okay, fine. Okay. And we left. I didn't even want to talk with her. I mean, her husband and I were really good friends, so, and they had a bunch of problems between each other, so I didn't really want to deal with it. So I said, okay, I'm gone. That's enough.
So where can people go to find more information? So we've been at this for almost an hour and a half now.
Sometimes.
It goes, especially when you're having good
But
conversation.
yeah, it goes fast, yeah.
So we'll have even more of an appetite for burger deal.
I have, I haven't put any newer videos on the YouTube channel that I've got, which is Thunder Road, Oregon. Leah Hankins, Thunder Road, Oregon. That's my YouTube. And I haven't put any new videos on there in quite a while. I keep putting things on my Facebook, on my reels, but I can't figure out how to get it from Facebook over to YouTube. It's not letting me, when somebody else posts videos.
We'll talk after this.
Yeah, because I get people post videos all the time, and I'm like, how can I get this to my YouTube?
The live ones are hard to post, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk after this. There's a trick to it.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Tricks.
Yeah, you got it. Uh-huh.
Okay, well, hey, we've already done an hour and a half. We better get out of here. You're going to get you're not getting.
Oh, no, there's no such thing. I've had some podcasts go as long as like 3.5 hours.
Oh my God.
So
Well, I'm enjoying it.
I appreciate that. But so like YouTube is one place,
Yeah.
right? But you're also on Facebook.
Well, the Facebook Thunder Road thing, it's not updated. It's still like from when other people were in the band
Yeah.
a few years back.
Okay.
I had taken off a couple of years to have a surgery and take a break with my crazy family and get my own head straight. And then when I came back, I had access to it, and then I forgot what the password was. We've just never gotten it right. So
Yeah.
Dan P. Thompson has
That had basically more in it than anything else.
that's where you find the calendar.
That's where you can find us.
His events.
Dan P. Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah, he puts the events on, and I just screw around and sometimes put events on. And most of the time, I put on a lot of Star Trek humor. So
I love it.
if you make it past the Star Trek humor to my reels, you can find some of our reels. But
What's going on this weekend?
Tons of real
Casadero.
Estacada.
Oh, that's right.
Candelaria,
This one,
Calandra.
Calandra.
but this actually won't come out for like 2
Casadero.
weeks.
Right.
So this won't come out for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So more like what's happening on Halloween. Because you'll have this big thing
That
coming up
would
on
be
Halloween, right?
Newport
Newport Eagles.
Newport Eagles Halloween, and then we're playing at the holiday market at the Salem at the fairgrounds here
Oh,
on
nice.
Saturday and Sunday, right?
Right, Saturday and Sunday.
And then we're in Lumpy's in Newburgh.
On Friday.
That's a funny enemy at Lumpy's.
I've heard great things.
I mean, not
about these.
Newburgh, Dundee.
Yeah.
Dundee. And then,
That's Sunday and then we're done.
yeah, for that.
But then we could also we have Wednesday though too, at that possibly the karaoke thing at the Elephant, and then we have for sure a jam on the Thursday at the Red Gate, or what do you call it?
Elysium Botanical.
Okay,
Elysium.
If I hear it enough, I'll remember Elysium Botanical.
Botanicals.
I mean, I told her, she said, well, put an event out there or something. And I go, I can't even spell or say what the place is.
We know that, that, what do you call it, that advertisement that you sent out?
Yeah.
It wasn't really clear on some of the information, because some people kept asking me where, what time.
And
Which one?
you need your eye surgery and your.
Well, yeah, but which one?
and your
What's the,
spell check.
one of the events?
So the Casadero is this Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
far,
call it the Cavs now.
Yes.
we don't have nothing
It's
on
much
Friday.
easier to remember.
But something could come up for Friday too, right? Possibly.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
But no, we don't. Joe Stoddard's going to be at Ollie. We're going to play at Ollie because we couldn't find Joe. Nobody could find Joe. He wasn't returning any calls or anything. And finally he got it and he called her and he goes, "Oh God, I'm sorry. I didn't. Yeah." They'll be there on. He'll be there on Friday and then the other one next week. So, and we don't even have anything there. I don't think. But we can. I mean.
Where?
At Ollie's. I mean, I book it, so.
Yeah, we'll get it.
Yeah, so, yeah.
And then your jam sessions are what night of the week?
They be every Thursday after October 16th.
Every Thursday after October 16th.
Yeah,
At the old Red
At the old Red Gate.
right.
Elysium.
And then at the last week.
And then what about the karaoke, live band karaoke? Are you all going to do that again?
That'll be the first of this coming
Well,
month.
are we?
Yeah.
When is that?
It'd be the first of the month.
The first Wednesday?
Yeah, first Wednesday of the month. Yeah.
And then when the Eden Gate, when's that again?
Okay.
We've got the Eden Gate coming up in Newburgh.
Yeah, that's either the
That's the
third
last
week.
Wednesday of the month.
Yeah, that's right, be the last
That's a
Wednesday.
jam.
Yeah.
Well, you did ask me
So we'll be doing
when are the next jam sessions,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Jams at
So-
Eden Gate will be the last Wednesday of the month.
So we got like 3 coming up, you know?
I love it.
We have people that aren't real thrilled about all of our gigs, and they pretty much say things like that, but I'm not going to say who.
Yeah, but let's let go of the haters, right?
Yeah.
Like one of the things that drives me absolutely nuts, because I really do believe to my core that there is no such thing as bad music.
Yeah.
It's just music you like versus somebody else likes it.
Right.
And so, like, if you don't like a particular kind of music, keep that stuff to yourself
Yeah.
and go to the music
Well-
that you like.
Well, the
We
funny
usually
thing
just
is,
tell them that we're gonna do heavy metal polka for the rest of the night if they.
I love it.
yeah, I mean,
They can come down and mosh, but they have to do it at the count of 3.
yeah.
Oh, we even do the hokey pokey.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
We,
Oh, that's
Talk about being versatile.
Yeah, we have kids.
we get enough kids or enough drunk women having a bachelorette party or something.
And that's what it's all about.
I love it.
They usually
Now we can do Puff the Magic Dragon. We can do if you think you're happy or something, clap your hands.
We should even do the limbo. Have a thing. Yeah, make sure they're drunk so they limber enough, you know.
That's amazing when they say, if you're happy, clap your hands. Everybody claps their hands, no matter where they're at.
whether they're happy or not.
Whether they're happy or not, they're all looking and I go, well, and then they freak them out because I'm going, well, I mean, the kids here, well, the kids were clapping their hands. Leah and I did a thing at the Oregon Garden as a duo. What did we do it for 9 days or something? Or pretty close to it.
It went on forever.
Yeah. And we made $75 to $100 every night in the tip jar. We got snowed in up there, and they gave us a room. They gave us a room. They charged us a room, but they charged us for it. But we got the room, but they charged us like $70 instead of 130 or whatever it is, and we just paid for it out of tips. We didn't touch any money that we had.
Yeah. Did they put us out?
Cool. And we
Yeah,
did,
we were iced in up there.
yeah, we were right, and we were right in the theater too, because the heater didn't work.
Oh,
2 or
yeah.
3 times.
Lord, oh, Lord.
I wouldn't like
It was
that.
like
Oh.
18 degrees.
I gotta be warm. Ask Jim. He called me a house plant. You know.
Yeah, but 18 degrees in my hands. I mean, we finally got home. We went home on I finally got feeling in my hands by the time I got to West Salem.
God,
I couldn't feel my hands at all.
almost like a
We
frozen.
were just, oh yeah, it was pretty close to it.
Lord have mercy.
But no, we didn't get sick.
How do you pick with frozen
You can't.
fingers?
You
You
can't.
can't.
You can't.
I played like this, basically just kind of moved my hands much as I could.
Well, he uses his thumb most of the time. But you know what, playing the bass or
Yeah,
playing
I'm
guitar?
just saying, I got my hands in my pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah, or do like football players do. They put it down in their pants and keep their hands.
Yeah.
You know?
Supposed to be the warmest place for your body, I guess, but I don't know. I mean, I'm hot
And
everywhere.
like I say,
so it doesn't matter.
you shake it more than twice. You're playing with it. You know?
This is a podcast. You're very in trouble for that, I don't think.
Oh, well.
You know, right? Not at all. I've had so many interesting, strange conversations on this podcast.
Oh yeah.
Nothing anybody could say that would get me kicked off the airwaves, if you will.
Well, I consider before I say stuff like that. You know, everybody's heard that.
Well, I mean, I started playing because it was shine. I wanted girls.
I love that.
It's that easy.
Yeah.
Have guitar, we'll have a girl. I can go right now, go play, get a guitar, go downtown and play guitar. And I can go home with a girl if I want to. But I'm 71. It's not worth the trouble
You
anymore.
don't know what girl you're gonna get anymore.
That's right. Yeah, you don't know if it's a
And
girl or a boy.
he's a crazy magnet anyway, so
Yeah.
Yeah, no boy, aren't I?
always have.
And we're at the age where we'd rather watch a movie and
Yeah, I'm right watching a movie. I married a federally protected witness who was addicted to every kind of hospital drug you could find. Then I married one that was bipolar, schizoactive, whatever that means. And then the third one was an absolute drunk. But she quit drinking and all that and everything. She quit drinking.
Off now.
And then we got married, right? We got married and I told her I'd get your kids back for her and everything. And you know, you gotta quit drinking. She quit drinking, she said I do, and she really meant I don't. So from there on, it was
Well,
pretty ugly.
you think about it, those two letters, D-O, is part of don't, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, not kidding.
And I guess with the question that I'll ask to sort of end our conversation, are you the type of band that likes it when people come up to you after a gig and just says good job and like,
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, man.
because I want people to know that musicians, for most part, are really accessible to that kind of thing. Because some people get intimidated, right? Like,
Well, just like when you complimented me on my guitar playing and stuff.
You know, it's
That's like telling a woman how pretty she is to me, you know.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
It makes my day.
You're pretty too though, David,
Well, thank
so it's okay.
What were you saying? Sorry.
it's also really great, like when the other musicians, you know,
Yeah.
feel like when they say something that, you know, complimentary.
But you never know when it's just an old cliche. Oh, you sound good. You know, it's just like a routine or whatever. You know. And, I
like
mean,
it better.
they mean it to a point, but you know, coming from somebody out in the crowd.
Levi's logic was always the best that I ever saw. Well, Levi's logic was, we suck, but we popular. That way the expectations are really low.
Or we stuck together, and you know.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought of that one. You know.
Well, thank you very much. I'll end the podcast like I always end the podcast. We're in this planet together. Be kind, y'all.
Yeah.
If we just treated people with kindness and respect, this world would be a better place. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it. Y'all are welcome anytime. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'd like to do it again. I've never done this.
Yeah,
Put us over in McMinnville
you got it.
because she lives there. Yeah, so. And I lived there for 40 years.
We'll get you on public access TV for McGraw. Yeah.
That'll work.